Good evening, jolly tea drinkers, and welcome to the grand finale of our special holiday bedtime tea mystery event, Tea and Basketball. We've shared a roller coaster of twists and turns over the past 10 chapters, and now it's time to see how it all wraps up. But first, let's steep ourselves in the recap. Miss T, Mr. Coffee, and Paulina joined forces to solve the mystery of the missing grand prize basketball during the youth center's tournament. From hidden clues to a dramatic chase, their teamwork has been inspiring. And let's not forget the jaw-dropping revelation of the true culprit. Now, it's all come down to this. Will the trio save the day and return the grand prize basketball in time? Or will this tournament end with more questions than answers? Grab your tea, get settled, and let's savor every moment of this exciting conclusion. The final chapter of Tea and Basketball begins now. Cade removed the carefully wrapped basketball from his hiding place in the closet. He unwrapped the ball and showed it to everyone. Wow, I can't believe the missing ball was in there the whole time, said Miss T. We were in there and I never saw it. It's because you weren't looking for it, replied Cade. It was hidden in plain sight alongside the storage items. Come on, that's not really plain sight now, is it? Whispered Paulina to Reggie, who chuckled. Let me see something, said Mr. Coffee. He held the fake ball next to the real one in Cade's hands. They examined and compared the two. That's a pretty good counterfeit you made, said Paulina. Well, art is a hobby of mine, so I treated the ball like an art project as I attempted to replicate each signature, said Cade. I was just trying to make it look realistic enough for the dungeon master to believe it, but I'm no artist. Oh no, you are definitely an artist, said Miss T as she inspected the ball. You really think so? He asked. Most definitely, said Miss T. The most I can draw is a smiley face, said Paulina. It's probably more like a side-eyeing, smirky face, said Mr. Coffee. They all laughed. Okay, do we know who the raffle winner was? No, they did the drawing while we were handling this situation, said Miss T. That's okay. We can still contact the winner and get the ball delivered to them, said Sean. He looked at Cade and said, I need you to reach out to them on Monday. Cade looked at him with hopeful eyes. You mean I still have my job? Sean paused. He just realized what he said. Miss T placed her hand on his arm to reassure him. Yes, said Sean. Let's meet at my office first thing on Monday morning to discuss. Oh, thank you, Mr. Hanson, sir. I'll be there, said Cade. Then he excitedly walked away. Cade, said Sean. Cade stopped and turned around to face him. Aren't you forgetting something? The ball. Oh, sorry, said Cade with embarrassment. He walked back and carefully placed the ball into Mr. Coffee's hands. See you on Monday morning, sir. Then he turned and left. That was very kind of you not to fire him, Sean, said Miss T. Yeah, maybe, said Mr. Coffee as he looked at both basketballs. You better put that man on probation, said Paulina. People who steal your stuff cannot be trusted. Oh, really? This from the woman who stole my car and took it on a joyride just 2 weeks ago? I didn't steal it, said Paulina. I simply moved it from one location to another location without telling you. That sounds exactly like what happened with the basketball, said Reggie as he scratched his head. Reggie, whose side are you on? Asked Paulina. Plus, I seem to recall that someone else also absconded with your vehicle that same day. Well, thank you for your office expertise, Paulina, but I will handle the Cade situation just fine without your help, said Mr. Coffee. Would you mind holding this one, please? He spoke softly as he handed the fake ball to Miss T, who responded, Oh, yes, sure thing, and took it. Mr. Coffee carefully rewrapped the real ball, looked at the closet, and said, Okay, are you ladies all set? I am more than ready to get out of here. Yes, we just need to grab our things from this morning's booth, said Miss T. Oh, I can help you with those items, said Reggie. Thank you, Reggie, said Paulina as they walked out of the room. Would you believe that Mr. Coffee actually forced me to carry a box this morning? I'm telling you, some men are so selective with their chivalry. Miss T and Mr. Coffee slowly followed several steps behind them while they spoke to each other privately. If you want, you can go and wait for us in the car, said Miss T. I'm not leaving you, said Mr. Coffee. They looked at each other for a moment. So, she said with a smile. So, he replied with a smile. Do you want to talk about what happened in the closet? She asked nervously. I was kinda hoping you'd forgotten about that. Miss T chuckled. Nope, can't forget a thing like that. He clutched the ball and said, I'm gonna make a long story really short and simply say 4 words. School bully trapped locker. Yikes, said Miss T. Ever since that incident, it's been very difficult for me whenever I feel trapped in a small space. He looked down at the ground. Miss T placed her hand on his arm and said, But you got through it. And just know that I'm here if you ever want to talk. Thanks. He looked at her and said, I don't think I could have gotten through that without you. You're stronger than you think you are, she smiled at him. Hey, you guys are moving awfully slow for people who claim they really want to get out of here, Paulina called out. She does not make it easy to like her, does she? Miss T chuckled. Let's go. The quicker we grab our things, the quicker we can leave. They accelerated their pace and caught up to the others. Took you long enough, said Paulina. What? Did you need more closet time? She asked, wiggling her eyebrows. Oh, Paulina, said Miss T. She placed the counterfeit ball on the table and started packing up items. Oh, to be a fly on the wall of that closet, said Paulina. Give it a break, will you, Paulina? Said Mr. Coffee exhaustedly. He carefully placed his ball on the table and started gathering the boxes. I was just joking around. What's up with you two? Asked Paulina. How about we just forget about the closet, pack up, and go? Said Miss T. She moved swiftly to put items in the boxes. Yes, forget about the closet. We don't ever need to talk about the closet, said Mr. Coffee. What the heck happened in that closet? Said Reggie. Miss T stopped and said, I will give you $10 to stop talking about the closet. And I will double that offer if you eliminate the word closet from your vocabulary altogether, said Mr. Coffee. $20 to stop talking about a closet? I'll take that, said Reggie with a chuckle. Paulina? You don't know these two like I do, said Paulina. They are hiding something and I want to know what it is. Paulina, said Miss T, Sean and I were discussing the possibility of having a movie night. Movie night? Yes. The three of us could all get together and watch this fun holiday movie that I just told him about, said Miss T. Okay, I'll bite. What movie? Asked Paulina. The one that I just saw was with that guy whose name I can't remember right now, but it was called something like Holiday Hustle Caper or something. That sounds like the fakest movie title that I've ever heard in my life, said Paulina. Well, that's not the actual title, said Miss T. Mr. Coffee chimed in. Didn't you say there was an actor in it from that other holiday movie that you like? Yes, the movie where the guy trained dogs but was also a chocolatier, said Miss T. Oh, yes, while he was also running a wine vineyard in Paris, right? Chuckled Mr. Coffee. He was doing a lot. Chuckled Miss T. I know you're just trying to distract me, said Paulina. But I do love movie nights. Miss T laughed. And where would we watch this movie? We can do it at my place, said Mr. Coffee. At the mansion? Asked Paulina. Yep, you can even invite Mike if you want. Who's Mike? Asked Reggie. Her boyfriend, said Miss T. Oh, you have a boyfriend? Asked Reggie. Yes, I do. Reggie nodded his head quietly. So, movie night at the mansion, she continued. I'm in. Will there be snacks? Mr. Coffee smiled. Of course, you just let me know what snacks you want. Oh, yes, I like the sound of this a lot, said Paulina. And Reggie, you are also invited, said Mr. Coffee. Oh, thanks, man, said Reggie, but it sounds like I'd be the fifth wheel on this double date. Oh, no, you won't. It's not a double date, said Miss T. It's not? Asked Reggie. It's not. Oh, we're not, said Miss T, flustered. We're just friends watching a movie together, said Mr. Coffee. Friends who spend time in closets and then don't tell their other friends what happened in that closet, whispered Paulina. And here we go again, said Mr. Coffee. So, Reggie, would you like to join us? Asked Miss T. Yeah, I'll be there, he said as he looked at Paulina, who was too busy packing the boxes on the table. Okay, be sure to give us your number so we can contact you with the details. Here, I'll take it, said Mr. Coffee. The two men stood together and typed on their phones. Yay, movie night, said Miss T. She clapped her hands together. This is going to be so much fun. All right, let's grab these boxes and head to the car, said Mr. Coffee. Okay, let me just finish packing this one, said Paulina. So, what movie did you say we were gonna watch? Asked Reggie. The real question is, Miss T brightly asked the group, how do you guys feel about cheesy, predictable rom-coms where two people are in love, but it takes them an entire 90-minute movie to figure it out? Mr. Coffee looked at her with a smile and said, I feel ready for the adventure. The end. And that's a wrap, Jolly Tea Drinkers! What an incredible journey this has been. Our dynamic trio, Miss T, Mr. Coffee, and Paulina, once again proved that teamwork, courage, and a bit of determination can save the day. Not only did they recover the stolen basketball, but they also thwarted a kidnapping plot and solved yet another thrilling mystery. And how about Cade? It looks like he's been given a second chance to turn things around. What a redemption story! Now, I have to ask, did you enjoy the story? I hope it brought you a cozy mix of suspense, laughter, and joy to end your day. Now, I've got a little secret to share with you. This isn't the last you'll see of Tea and Basketball. Tomorrow night, I will be releasing the entire story in one video, complete with some extended scenes that didn't make it into these chapters. Merry Christmas indeed. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So as always, sip your tea, sleep peacefully, and join me here tomorrow night for the full tea-lightful experience. Until next time, Jolly Tea Drinkers.